Welcome to Diary of an Ex-Ho. I'm Cheri Hardman. I'm your ex-ho, and today's guest is Greg Beachler. So sit back, enjoy the episode, and remember the old saying, always a bridesmaid when you're a hoe.
My name is Greg Beachler from Colorado Springs, Colorado. He, him, um, straight, but sure, things might change in the future. You never know how things are going to go. And I have a girlfriend.
All right. I'm glad to have you here. We've worked together a couple times recently. You've done my Roast Your Ex show. I'd love to have you on that show.
Thank you.
Because you have a good bit about your ex and you have kind of a cranky demeanor, which I think is good for that show. Not cranky, but you're not really like I'm not either, not really the laughiest, always smiling kind of guy.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
You have a
never
gruff exterior, and I love that for that show.
good.
So,
Glad it works out.
yeah. So I got a Mary Shag kill for you. So let me go grab it. All right. So I'm sure you know the premise. You got to marry one, you get to shag one, you're going to kill one. We are doing astronaut edition. So
All right.
we have Gail King, Katy Perry, Aisha, Bo. I don't know if it's Bo or Bowie. Do you know?
I don't know either. We'll go with Bo.
And she's
And
an
then you say
actual,
Bowie, we'll just cover our bases.
yeah, and she's an actual rocket,
Astronaut? Okay.
scientist and everything. Yeah. So
So obviously, I'm gonna marry Gail King. I feel like Oprah's been giving her money for a long time, and I think she'd be like a good sugar mama, someone I could like retire with. She's quite a
yeah.
bit older than me. She'll probably die sooner, so I'll get most of the money. In my later years, I'm gonna definitely shag the astronaut. I like smart women, and kill Katy Perry.
I think she needs to go anyway.
Exactly. I think everybody would agree with that right now. That was like an easy one.
All right. Now, I've thought that a long time because I don't know if you remember the Super Bowl when Katy Perry did the show, Super Bowl show. Then, oh my God, who came out after her? I could see her. Oh, I'm a dumb idiot. I'll think of it in a minute. Let me
Very
get
hard.
out of here.
Well, I don't remember Katy
Let me
Perry.
work it and then reverse it.
Oh, Fergie.
What?
No, Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott came out and just crushed her. Like,
Well, of
okay.
course, she's been a performer since like '97.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Have you ever hooked up with someone because of comedy?
Purely off comedy? Yeah, a couple people like early open mic days.
Like other comedians or audience members?
Audience members, no comics. I don't mess with comics at all.
Okay. Um, when you were a kid, did your parents or whoever raised you, did they like what was the extent of your sex education?
I was like a latchkey kid, so my friends that we met, porn mags that I found when I was like 6 years old. I probably found porn too early, kind of
Um,
like tanking my whole life. So, just through just dirty underground thing. That's how I learned about sex. And there's sex ed, but nothing formal from my mother. No, nothing like that.
okay, all right. So, um, how do you think your life would have been different if someone had sat you down and explained like the real everything to you?
What do you mean, like everything? Like the
Even
acts, the
like
thoughts, feelings that happen, the kind of emotional ties you get from people,
well, and
things like that.
how a woman's body works, that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
no, I think that would have. Unfortunately, we can get into all that too if you want. Like that's never been an issue. I you'd have like a couple neighbor like older girls kind of like molest me when I was like a little kid, do stuff. So I was just practicing since I was like 8 or 9.
Okay.
So I think if they would have told me like, no, they shouldn't be doing that to you, that would have been great. But as a little kid, you think that's great, especially as a boy. Now looking back, if that happened to one of my sons, I'd be furious.
Right, right. Okay. Um, what did you call your privates when you were a kid? Or what were you like if your mom said go take a bath and wash her, what would she say?
Oof. Oh man, there'd be a lot of stuff. I don't remember her referring to my genitals in any kind
Man.
of way. You
Okay.
know, I just
Yeah.
think I watch them. She just tells her to watch everything. Make sure
Okay.
everything's put in your whole body. I
Well,
never.
I'm actually blown away the more that I'm finding out like people just grow up with no mention or knowledge of sexuality at all, it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, times have definitely changed. The
Yeah,
internet's opened up a lot of doors people didn't realize were there.
right.
More access to it. I don't like blame anybody from the past. Like that's like blaming someone in the Middle Ages for not having a light switch. You just didn't know
Right.
what you're supposed to do because you didn't know it.
Yeah. um okay, you already kind of told me about they're just celebrity crushes when you were a kid.
Oh my God, yeah. Gina from Martin, love her. I can't. Tisha Campbell,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then who else did I like? Stacey Dash a lot before she went crazy, right wing Republican. But like when she was in Clueless, loved her. There was you ever watch The Craft? You ever see that movie?
I think so.
Okay.
Like a witchy movie.
It was a witch, like, I don't know, kind of drama. Like this girl I liked in eighth grade loved that movie, so I was watching with her. But the main, like, I guess antagonist Nancy, she was hot. She was Bobby Boucher's girlfriend in Waterboy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So what is your do you have a type? Like if you go into a room and you automatically notice someone, is it always pretty much the same type or no?
No. No, I've noticed I don't know. There's sometimes I'll look. I think it's only happened like six, seven times in my whole life where I like looked at someone, I just had like an instant vibe, like, oh, they should be a part of my life forever, something like that. I find like most women attractive. Like, I'm not like unattracted by anything. I don't like blondes particularly. I don't usually gravitate toward them, but usually if you have a good personality, you
Mm-hmm.
look pretty good. I'm more of a can I talk to you type person.
Okay. All right. Do you remember any like mainstream movies that had like a sex scene or a love scene that you thought was really hot or you always kind of went back to or
Mainstream that I went back to. Not really.
oh,
Like I said, I found porn like when I was like six, and it
right.
was never really there was nothing on TV. There's things that like got me into would give me going. That's like just regular Skinamax stuff. Nothing that I just one scene that just did it for me. Nothing
Yeah,
like that.
right. Right. Oh, okay.
You had what's
So
your favorite scene?
what was that?
So what's your favorite scene? I don't know how many times you've answered this on your own podcast.
I've answered it a couple times, but 9.5 weeks, Mickey
The butter
Rourke,
scene.
the food in the kitchen.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
of course,
The butter
Batgirl
scene.
food.
Scene. I like that. I figured I should have guessed.
It's funny because 9.5 weeks I always thought was the hottest movie. And then I went back as a healthy adult after some years of therapy and Codependence Anonymous and watched the movie and was horrified really by the premise. Like, wow, I didn't realize how sick this movie really was.
Yeah, a lot of movies like that, especially around the '80s. You go back and like, oh Jesus, no.
Yeah,
Wonder
yeah,
Hollywood is the way it is. Oh my God, who wrote this?
I know. Like, have you seen the movie Secretary?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Uh,
the one.
that
I
is
love
what
that. I love that
I like
movie.
that movie too. Actually, that was pretty. The whole scene where her husband was coming to pick her up, and he was in the office, just kind of like bent her over and just like jerked off on her. And her husband was just outside. And he's like, "You gotta wait." I was like, "Jesus, man, this is a wild movie."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good movie. I love all the old like James Spader movies like that and Sex Lies and Videotape.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's classic.
that's a good one too. So those are all. I always knew that if James Spader was in it, I was probably gonna like it.
That's like Blacklist then.
No, because he's ugly now. So
Nice. I like that. Thank you for
yeah.
the honor.
Okay, so porn. Do you have like a go-to category?
Oof. Do I have a go-to category? Yeah, I like genuine amateur stuff. I think I joke about it sometimes. Like a couple made the porn. And I've seen too many porn documentaries where like, like life after porn and you like now when I like watch like produced porn, it just like makes my dick soft because like I just feel bad. Like, oh, what's the behind the scenes shit? So I
I
can't get into
know.
it anymore.
And
Yeah.
then if
This
and then
homemade
if
shit.
one then if one of the girls has a bruise, it's like, oh, forget about it.
Oh yeah. Who knows? I'm not into that at all. But if it's like just terrible angles, like a couple did this, like, oh, they probably both enjoying themselves. So
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm into.
I like that when they do that and you can't see their faces.
Yeah, I like
Uh,
when it's just like it's like all just genital shots, close up, cameras moving on the bed terribly.
yeah,
You can hear Jeopardy playing in the background. It's beautiful.
it is. Sometimes I think, oh, what if these people are just like hideous? Oh well, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Well,
You
I
can
think like,
imagine them.
what if I know this person? What if this person is like seeing me do comedy and then I watch their porn tape later? I like to, imagine a world that's small like that.
Yeah, right. What effects do you think porn has had on your life?
Oh, mostly negative effects for sure. I got into like jumped into like sexual things way too early with women because I
Right.
was like watching at 6. I just thought that's what you did. My mom wasn't around a lot. I didn't have
Right.
my dad, so I was like growing up by myself, just a kid watching
Right.
porn, thinking that sex is a certain type of thing. So until I was like probably 24, 25, it was all jackrabbit,
Hmm.
porn type shit. And then I met a woman who kind of like showed me different ways. And then ever since then, I've been up in my real life sexual game, and I don't really watch porn at all anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, how important is sex to you, like on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, probably like 7 or 8, pretty up there.
What's your definition of amazing sex?
Ooh, amazing. Hmm. It's got to be like a vibe, but definitely the build up to it was good. The actual act's pretty free.
Hmm.
You just go on the flow. It's not really awkward. Usually, you'd have amazing sex with someone you've been with more long
Hmm.
because you know each other a little bit better, and there's like different situations where it enhances things. So yeah, there's got to be like a connection. Like
Right.
if she's not coming, I'm not coming. That's just the way it is. So obviously, I want us both to have a good time.
Right.
And yeah, just mood. What about you?
Um, as long as somebody goes down on me, I'm happy. Anything else can happen.
Anything
Anything
else?
else can happen, and I'm good with it. I got no, but yeah, that's gotta be there.
That's
Um,
funny. I eat
I
pussy from.
will say though, being a hoe all my life and then being married, it's like so different. And my husband's real like square, you know.
Yeah, you don't like
So
do stuff.
yeah, it's not that he won't like do stuff, but it's like a threesome or anything like that. There's just no way in hell that's ever going to happen for the rest of my life. And that was my favorite,
That
when
was
I
your
was
favorite.
single. Yeah. So
I've only had a
isn't it?
couple threesomes. One like ruined a friendship, and
Really?
then yeah, the other one was just like I don't even know how that happened. It was just some dude and his wife when I was like 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure they
I
were
was.
just exploiting me for my youth and penis.
I don't know. I really love threesomes. But anyway, why I don't know why I even said that. Oh, amazing sex. That's why. Let's go to the wheel of dirty questions.
All right.
Just you only have to answer one. So let's see. Go here. Didn't do anything. Let's try it again. Oh, I have to push this. And we'll share the sound so we can hear it spinning. Okay, we got to get rid of these. Go away.
I don't know. Gail might be a freak. I might be changing my mind on that one. Anyway.
Well, if you're married to her, then you know. I think she's already married to Oprah, though. All right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He has that over money, so.
Is there anything sexual you refuse to do?
Now I'll probably try anything once.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty.
Okay, so I'm like bodily fluid, like waste fluid. I'm not doing anything like that. Like I'll pee on you, but like anything else, no solid waste. How about that?
There we go. I agree with that. I mean, we don't want to poop shame people, but come on.
Yeah, that's just you do your thing, but I'm not into it at all.
Right. Um, how's your body image?
Oh, so terrible.
Really?
Oh yeah, listen. I was a kid, like I was the only black kid in white schools, like a few times. Like I was always getting picked on for something racially. I was like thicker than a lot of dudes, so yeah, I try to. I'm always like a negative body image. That's why I like work out all the time. I was actually getting ready to just run out for a run, and then I got the Zoom invite. I was like, oh, that's right. I just moved in this new house. I was unpacking like all weekend, and so we're doing that. So as soon as we're done, I'm gonna go for a run. But also, I do it for diabetes. I got to kind of stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. Right. Where'd you move to?
A place in Auburn, really
Oh,
nice. Yeah.
good. All right. So, but what? Okay. Well, what's the best compliment you've ever gotten on your naked body?
Usually they're always penis compliments.
All
It's
those
the best. It's the
pesky.
best part of my. It's the best part of my body, and I can't just show it because that's illegal. You know what I mean? If I could just start with that, like, hey, huh? Like, you know how many times that's worse me just flashing somebody? 11 times. That's it, dude. You know how many times I've tried that shit? 26 times. So it's a pretty good ratio. But the two times it didn't go well, it went really bad. You know?
Oh, that's hilarious. Do you have any sexual regrets?
Ugh. Sexual regret. Not. I mean, there's people I've regretted dating, but there's nothing. Like, luckily, I've never had anything major STD wise. So no burning,
Mm-hmm.
no blisters, nothing like that. So that's all good. Mm, I have like regrets not doing it. You know what I mean? There's people
Right.
like had sex with, and I was like, I should at least done it. The relationship I didn't do it because I didn't want to cheat didn't work out anyway. Like I should have just done it. Like that
Right.
probably means literally nothing to me now. It would have meant the same today.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything on your sexual bucket list that you haven't done yet?
Hmm. Maybe bleep that one out. That was lame.
Okay.
I don't like how lame that answer is. So let me get a different one. I guess I would like to start my an OnlyFans series, like a masked man series when I'm older, just like an older 50-year-old kind of belly, just like who's this dude sleep with these other OF fans? I think that would be kind of fun to like
Oh,
end my career on. Just a dirty old porn man. Maybe that'll be my
that sounds like fun.
yeah. I
Play
think
into
so.
that. I've been thinking about doing an OnlyFans just because I have enough fans that Greg pondered this answer for a while. Then he
Yeah.
said something, and then he realized that he did not
No, that's fine. Listen,
like his
I've never
answer.
had a fan once say they want to see me naked, so you beat me many times.
What's your host song? Like, what song, when you hear it, kind of wakes up your host spirit?
Oh, probably the Little Kiss Trina, I want to lick, lick, lick. You know that old joint from your head to your toes, and I want to move to the bed, down to the floor, and I want to. Yeah, that's my most whole years that song was out. Any kind of Usher, actually Usher, you make me wanna. Lost my virginity to that song, so that always brings me back.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
what's your whole song?
I have a lot of them, but like if I hear pony, like that one just automatically makes me want to strip. Pour some sugar on me. Um, because
I
Thunder,
was
Thunder
waiting.
from Down Under, all male strippers strip to that song. So I'm
They
sure
just hear
probably
that
all.
song like 19 times. I'll be pissed. Like, come on, man, pick something else.
Yeah.
Two guys do that song, maybe. Come on, maybe do an all review to them. Fuck.
Right. What's your Instagram?
Just at Greg Beachler. I just have my name, very, very
Okay.
generic.
All right. And this is going to come out Wednesday. So what do you have that you want to promote that's coming up?
Ooh, what do I have? Well, I have a prison show in Walla Walla. No one can go to that, so that will be there. I'm doing Medford, Oregon, Chadwick's the 9th and 10th, but that's like 8 hours away in Medford. So hopefully there's Medford fans. Hopefully you have Oregon fans come out to that shit. And then what after that, I will be mostly just doing open mics till the end of the month. I got a couple shows in Richland, a couple shows in Portland, and then I'm doing Patrick Warburton at Tacoma Comedy Club
Fun.
June 29th.
Cool. All right. Do you have a gregbeachler.com too where they can check?
I should.
You should, very should. Well,
I'm
people,
building up
luckily,
my social media this year. Actually, that's why I got this full-time job over the summer, just so I could pump money and like
it's
up in my
expensive to
podcast
have.
media.
It's
What's that?
expensive. It's expensive to have a good website.
Exactly. So I wanted somebody else to run it. I'm not good at that shit. I'll have
Yeah.
people clip it up and post it for me. I'll get cheap labor from open mic comics who want to look up to you. You know, it's easy to exploit them for free
Right.
work.
Right.
And
Okay. I don't know if I warned you about how this show ends
no,
or if you've ever seen it. I usually do better than I did.
it's okay.
But I just want you to tell me a sex story. Something that happened to you that was either funny or embarrassing or really
Okay,
sexy, whatever you want to tell, I would love to hear.
sure. All right. So back in the early online dating, I went on one online date. It was off OK Cupid. Met the girl, went to her house. She was okay. She was like real short. She was like 5'10", or no, 4'10",
Uh-huh.
4'11", real small, real petite. Kind of a witch face though. Like she wasn't like super pretty, but whatever. Dressed in this little dress. I go in. I'm like, oh, her mom's there. Her son's there. She has like a 2-year-old. Pick her up. Immediately, I don't like her vibe though. Like I just don't like her. And she's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you're not getting any." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. I wasn't worried about it. I was gonna go on this date, take her out, come back, maybe have a good time." So anyway, I can't wait to leave this whole date for whatever reason. At the end of the night, she's like, "You want to come in?" You know, I was wasn't interested. So I ended up hooking up with her. We're doing it doggy style. Fucking mattress is kind of moving, bed's kind of hitting the wall, and all of a sudden I'm looking at her like son with a bottle,
Oh,
just looking up at me, right? And I was like, "Oh fuck." And she just like, I forget his name. She's like, son, go. It's like, go to your room. And then her mom from the other room through the wall that this mattress is hitting, like, is like, just whatever, come here. So she yelled through the kid to come in while I'm like having sex with this girl. And I was like, oh,
oh,
your mom and baby heard all this and saw this. This is amazing. Needless to say, we never hung out again. But yeah, that was terrible.
I think it's interesting that you said she had a witchy face and you didn't like her vibe, but yet you still fucked her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a dirty dude. I mean, what am I gonna do? Not go home? I mean, just
Right.
go home. Like I didn't like it. Like, all right, I'll just do this. But after this, I'm out of here, man. That was that was so crazy.
Yeah, that is a crazy one. I've had sex with people just to get them to go home, so I kind of get it. So,
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
the other end of that spectrum. All right. Well, that was an interesting one. I appreciate it. And now you can go run or whatever you want
Yeah.
to do because we're done. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thanks.
I really
Thanks.
do appreciate you.
Yeah.
All
No
right.
problem. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Talk to
All
you
right.
later. Bye.